In today's video, I'm going to be trying out some Naya Delirium on the ladder to see how this archetype holds up against the current meta, and more importantly, I just wanted to take a little bit of a break from the new Hobbit cards. I've been playing a lot of them over the last couple of weeks, trying out new decks, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and I just kind of wanted to revisit a mechanic that I think is underappreciated in Standard, a mechanic that I think should probably see more play. So if you're unfamiliar with Delirium, Delirium says, blah, 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 unless there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. So essentially, Delirium cards are going to get some benefit as long as you have 4 card types in your graveyard. So we're going to be aiming to get, land in the graveyard, an instant, a sorcery, and maybe a creature. We also have access to enchantments. If we put a Fear of Missing Out in the graveyard, this is actually going to count as 2 things. Is an enchantment creature, so this will be 2 card types, and then also the Patchwork Beastie here, and also the Wildfire Wickerfolk is an artifact. They are artifact creatures, so they are also going to count as 2 different creature types. So the whole idea here is that we are a very aggressive deck. We want to put things into our graveyard and get the benefits from having Delirium active, and then just start attacking the opponent. And of course, in the end, we are probably going to be looking to close out games with Practiced Offense, because Practiced Offense is an insane card, and it slots perfectly into this basically Gruul deck. Our only 2 white cards are Practice Offense and the Hardened Academic, which is another fantastic card because this helps us enable Delirium in some pinches. So that's the deck. We're going to just see it in some action and try to have some fun and aggro some opponents down, as we usually do around here. See you over in the games. All right, trying some Delirium in Standard. It's been a long time since I've recorded Delirium. I've played the deck personally a few times. I think it's a fun deck. I always enjoy playing it, but I haven't recorded a video for it in what feels like ages. So hopefully things go well. Nowadays, I don't think there is too much graveyard hate. So we're not just going to get like incidentally wrecked by people doing, just, playing the game, and suddenly you get hit by Rest in Peace main board. That was the situation when I played this deck once upon a time. Was just random. Whoa, respecting the patchwork. That's cool. Random graveyard hate. That was a thing at one point. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay 2 life, and what we're gonna do is hit the opponent for a lot of damage. Let's go with Double Strike. And that is a 5/5 double striking Wickerfolk on turn number 3. That's not bad in my book. Now we are going to lose Delirium, which loses... Oh, you over there, you and your Sheltered by Ghost. Of course that's what you had. Oh, you cute. The thing is, we still have a 4/4 double striking creature coming at you. So block it unless you want to die, and give me back my Wickerfolk. We did lose Delirium because we had to use the Practiced Offense, but this cripples the opponent quite a bit. They don't gain any life. We get back our Wickerfolk. We got 2 of these on the board now, and they're going to need to find a creature or removal, and that's a good opening. That's what we want to be doing. We want to be coming out of the gate nice and hot with some hasty creatures and loading them up with Practiced Offense. All right. Game number 2. Freddy is our opponent. Scary, scary Freddy. And we get to go first once again. Thank goodness. I've been having a rough weekend with going second. Lots of on the draw stuff. Whoa, everyone's got it out for old Patchwork Beastie. What's the deal with that? All right, so I think it's probably just play a Keen-Eyed Curator. Hope it sticks on the field. They took out our first 3/3. How are you going to answer our second 3/3? As such, I suppose that's what we're doing these days. All right, Breakout. Try to find something huge. Yeah, sure, not a great card, but it's something. And I may as well do the Rapid Rescue to see. I'm going to decline. I'm going to leave that in the graveyard because I want to attack with my Patchwork Beastie. So we now have Delirium because we have creature, sorcery, land, and instant in the graveyard, but we are down to not a whole lot. Now, do I want to mill? Yes. I think because we have practiced offense in the deck, I think milling is the correct strategy with the Patchwork Beastie. Even if you already have Delirium, you mill because you may just hit your best card. And if you're casting out practiced offense for 2 mana, probably it's not such a bad situation. Okay. Greed Gambit. Greed's Gambit. Greed's Gambit. Greed's Gambit. That's... And they sacrifice... That's cool. Okay. Hold up. Emergency. I needed that card. Oh. Okay. Rapid Rescue. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. This is not good. This is all falling apart. So the opponent on a very cool deck, we're not attacking with the Patchwork Beastie this time around. So we are going to be able to maybe kill the Iroh. No, we can't kill the Iroh because the opponent has Voice of Victory on the field. And I was never going to be able to get rid of the Voice of Victory because we did not have enough gusto. And I suppose now we die to Freddy doing something very cool. All right, let's hit Iroh while we can. And mill, okay, a land. Draw, okay, pretty good card. Pretty good card. The thing is, we are going to be sacrificing one of these creatures on our end step. And I don't, are we also discarding? Like, what do we do? What is happening? At the beginning of your end step, you discard a card. Yeah. All right, let's put this up top, I suppose. Maybe I should have put it on one of these creatures. We are probably just cooked. Once you get a Greed's Gambit on the field, there's no coming back from that. Are they going to remove... I hope they remove the Greed's Gambit. Do you have a way of destroying it? It's beautiful. 6 damage to the dome. And Freddy just played a beautiful symphony on us. Just absolutely destroyed. Abojii. Ouch. Ouch. I don't know what to say. I should have seen it coming. I shouldn't have. I don't know if I could have done something different to not allow that Voice of Victory to survive as long as it did. But that was definitely the key to them being able to obviously dodge the Burst Lightning on the Iroh. It would have been real great to be able to do that. But I think that's the first time I have seen somebody use Voice of Victory with Greed's Gambit to sacrifice one of those tokens, before the mobilized tokens, before the end step triggers. And yeah, that just kind of works really nicely. Opening hand, we don't have a turn 1 play. You always want to have a turn 1 play, but no. I was conserving my life total a little bit, and I probably played it a little bit wrong. But what we can do is put out the Patchwork Beastie and see what their follow-up is. Use this Burst Lightning, maybe on the Hinterland Sanctifier, maybe on a Johnny's Pridemate, on an Amalia. Probably need to kill the Amalia before it gets out of control. We're going to take 3 damage to do it, but it's fine because she would just end up doing that much damage to me over the course of the game anyways. So she's gone. We mill. Ooh, that's good. So we got good stuff in our graveyard. We now have artifact, creature, and instant. We can put a sorcery in the graveyard with the practiced offense if I decide to pitch it this time around. And I kind of feel like that's fine. I could also put the land in. But no. We put the practiced offense in the graveyard because what this allows us to do next turn is play out the Woodland Verge, go out with the Wickerfolk, and then practiced offense. So if the opponent doesn't have an insane answer to what we're doing right now, if they just, develop the board, if they just develop the board, I don't know if they're going to be able to... Hang on. We're going to lose Delirium when we cast the practiced offense. That's something I have to keep in mind again. Unless this is really good. Oh! Sometimes lucky. Sometimes lucky. So we do practiced offense, giving double... Here, this is the dream. This is the absolute dream. Double strike, double combat. and there is no coming back from this. So in the last game, we saw an opponent do the absolute optimal IRO, absolutely wrecking the opponent's strategy. In this game, we get to see the Delirium deck do pretty much the ideal curve out. Okay, opponents wondering, questioning what is actually happening to them right now. And I got some bad news for you. Opponent, it's not going to be pretty. They kind of took a moment to kind of evaluate what was happening, and then they're just like, no. Right on. Let's keep going. So that was game number 3. These are going pretty quickly. Man, Delirium, I always have fun when I play this deck. Always a great time. We don't have white mana. We are on the draw. We have a pretty good hand, and we have a lot of stuff that we can pitch. And if we can find... That's not good. We don't want to see more of those. So this fear of missing out is going to be doing some excessively heavy lifting. And if it's not able to do that, then we might actually just die here. If they counter this, we're in really big trouble. So, killing it, fine. That's fine. That puts an enchantment creature in the graveyard. So, with the enchantment creature, do we also... let's just put a practiced offense in the graveyard. Draw a Keen-Eyed Curator. Not what we want to see. We need to see lands, and we need to see white sources. Please, deck. Especially against 4-color control. Okay. Oh boy. That's not good. What do I even do here? I think I'm probably just die? Am I just dead? I think I might be dead. So unfortunately, running into a control matchup, keeping a silly hand, a risky hand, and having the hand not really pan out tends to result in bad stuff. So last game, well-oiled machine. Game number 4, Rotting Clunker. Oh no, and it's against a strategic betrayal. We got hit by incidental graveyard hate, like just random graveyard hate. Sure. That's so I stopped playing a lot of Delirium because of that. Like it just seemed like so many people, because of Kavaero, so many people were playing just random gonna get your graveyard stuff, and it made Delirium a little bit impossible to have fun with. And it kind of seems like we might be running into a similar situation right now. They're gaining life with their Ritual Chamber Demon, and we still cannot find anything. Like we're just cooked, right? So I'm gonna give it one more draw. Maybe this Keen-Eyed Curator can eat enough stuff to get up to a 7/7. That could be pretty nasty, but I really doubt we're even going to be able to keep this board. Opponent's helping us out though a little bit, taking some damage from these multiversal passages, but they're eyeing up the Keen-Eyed Curator. Wow, they do not like that card, and that's insane. On turn 6 with 5 lands, they were able to get a full converge off. Well. Some decks... We just want one white source. Opponent over there with 5 mana or 5 different colors, and we're sitting here saying, can we have one white source, please? They have so many cards that they're having trouble deciding what to discard. We're going to give it one more try. We're down to like 3 cards in hand that we can't even play. Okay. Oh. Alright, GG opponent. They've kept far too many good tools to even bother with, especially when we're just putting out 2/2s and 3/3s. Not getting through a 6/6 demon. These have been some... The opponent's name is Peak Beauty. Thrill Ho. It's... Oh, man. That's great. I don't know. Nothing matters anymore because I ran into Thrill Ho. I love it. Let's give them the old wave. Did I not click on that? There we go. So we do have a pretty good curve out this time around. We also have all of our colors this time, so that's going to be some good news. And we're just hoping, yeah, like everybody's running into their best life. You know, our deck's running well at times. Opponents' decks are running well at times. Just kind of insane stuff going on. So we have an instant in the graveyard, which means that if I put the Wickerfolk into the graveyard, that's going to give me 2 more. And then on the following turn, I can actually maybe just put out the Hardened Academic as a creature that's going to finally enable that. Or I just play out, I believe I play out the Breakout, and that's going to give me Delirium. Okay, so they're eating one of our breakouts, but they're not going to be able to get both. So we're going to have double attacks on the following turn, and they really can't do anything. They can't attack in with the Forsaken Miner, and they're not going to be able to block properly. Mill? Yep. I think it's always right. I think I mentioned that. Just mill. And that's pretty great. So we grab another Fear of Missing Out. Yep. Do we discard the Hardened Academic? I have to. Oh, it's not a May, huh? Not a May. So maybe that kind of sucks, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll load up the Patchwork here. It doesn't matter which ones we untap with because we're just going to be attacking, you know, with one of the Fear of Missing Out and the Beastie one more time. That's a pretty good turn 3. The opponent's got a lot of work ahead of them, and we are holding up a Burst Lightning to take out this Deep Cavern Bat or some bigger threats. We'll see what they end up putting on the field. I wouldn't mind them putting out like that Enchantment, Corpse of the Lost. It might incentivize them just to swing pretty hard. But odds are we're probably getting back the Breakout, and we're going to be able to cast that on the following turn. That's fine. It can block, right? Yeah. And another Forsaken Miner. It can't block. So they probably swing in with the Deep Cavern Bat. Let's not let them gain any life. We get back our Breakout, and they can only block one thing. I'm pretty sure we can seal it on this turn. Land, good. We didn't want it. Land, fine. We mill Temple Garden, draw Temple Garden, right? Isn't that's the way it goes, right? It doesn't matter. I was about to say that I probably should have made sure my mana tapped a little bit better, but it really doesn't matter. So they're going to put the Sunset Saboteur in front of one of these 3/3s if they should, but then we get them with the next one. Oi. Sorry, Thrillho. We took you down, but I do appreciate you showing up to play, and I wish you the best of luck with Mono Black Aggro. Sunset Saboteur, awesome. I've been seeing people trying to experiment with this more and more now that Golem has come out, and there's another card, like the Prowler, has been going in this deck, and I think there's potential, but I'm not really sure. I tried it out myself. It felt clunky, I guess is the right word. Shuho, we just matched up against Thrillho, and now we're going up against Shuho. Cool. Hey, our mana looks good. Our opening hand is fine. We get to go out with an Edge Rover into a Fear of Missing Out, potentially getting off a pretty early practiced offense, maybe? I don't know. Edge Rover is cool. Definitely prefer Patchwork Beastie on turn 1, though. Of course, who wouldn't? And I suppose, you know what we're going to use is, we're going to throw away the Edge Rover this time around. It's going to put 2 creature types into our graveyard, or 2 card types in the graveyard, getting us a little bit closer to that Fear of Missing Out. Maybe Rapid Rescue. Ooh, coming into hand. Honestly, discard away, opponent. A Deceit? I've never been happier to see a Deceit in my life. What do you throw away? There's a really good chance that we're gonna have Delirium on the next turn, and we could, you know, we can do a lot of stuff. That's the wrong card, opponent. Right? Let me just double check here. Yeah. Oh boy. Yay. Double strike. Cool. Let's bring the heat. So that was, again, a double striking, double attacking. It was only 12 damage. So we were only hitting them for 15 damage. The opponent could have stuck around a little bit longer. It's always fun when when it works out, it's fun. You know, at times your opponents deal with your graveyard so effectively, and it's really demoralizing. But sometimes your opponents just put the card that you want them to put into the graveyard in the graveyard. And that's real swell. I'm not even sure the opponent had a good choice there. Maybe they should have hit the practiced offense, but I don't know. From here, it's looking like the opponent's just holding up a little bit of removal. Unfortunately, Keen-Eyed Curator, you are out there to get hit. Oh. Always surprising when your creatures make it through through one turn. Okay. Wickerfolk is good. You got to imagine the opponents have plenty of removal coming down for you. So, because of that, I think I'm probably going to just throw the fear of missing out onto the field. What could you possibly have, opponent? Okay. We have nothing in our graveyard, so putting the land in is probably not the worst idea. We have 3 lands already. Okay, so that was the right choice. NDM? What do you got, my friend? Are we about to get hit? We're gonna get hit by Settle the Wreckage. I'm not strong enough to get hit by a Settle the Wreckage. Okay. It doesn't. I don't need to put it in untapped. I don't understand. I don't know. This is a 5-color control deck that has done nothing. Deadly Cover Up. Sure. Sure. We do not have an instant in the graveyard, so we're gonna fire that off. Okay, Wickerfolk land. Land it is. Land it is. And this is 10 damage coming in as long as they don't gain life. We just gotta hope that they don't have I can't remember what it's called. The 4 CMC, gain 3 life, or just a Boros Charm. Boros Strike. Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike. Boros Charm, Lightning Strike converging there in my poor little brain, and I can't keep things straight. Just don't gain too much life. You can gain like a little bit of life. Just don't gain like 4 life. Sure. Nowhere to run. Doesn't kill a Wickerfolk. Only makes a Wickerfolk a little bit smaller. They don't have white mana, so they're not gaining life. So I'm pretty sure we get a win here. Wow, wow, wow. NDM had 4 turns of not doing much of anything. I have no idea what they could have possibly had in their hand, but they just let us do quite a bit of damage to them. Okay, sometimes I suppose the 4-color control decks don't run like the best running, well-oiled machines. I think that's the 2nd time I've said that this video. How many more games? 3 more. So I've been playing a lot of aggro decks lately, I suppose. A lot of red-based decks, and I think I'm going to have to take a little bit of a break from that. I don't know what kind of deck I'm going to have to go play. You know, I've heard 4-color control is pretty good. Do I become a Jeskai Revelation player? Do I become a tablet player? Do I enjoy the benefits of tablet? Do I run Kavaero, Superior Spider-Man? Well, the thing is, we have the graveyard hate. The problem is, the opponent might just have the answer for my poor Keen-Eyed Curator, but I think I have to put it out there because they have the Deceit. If they use the Deceit's what do you even call this? The hand disruption ability, then things go really wonky. We're gonna force them to have like a Bitter Triumph or Awaken the Honored Dead, which they already put one in the graveyard. If they have it, ooh, Formidable Speaker. So we do potentially get to eat a little bit of their graveyard this turn, which might be very important considering that they are already gearing up to hit us with a Kavaero. Hey, land. It's not a land. Okay. I hate it. I hate doing it, but I think I have to. Land. Oh, thank God. Thank God. It's turn 3, right? Oh, thank God. Why is this game so hard? And you know what? Hey, I didn't notice it. The cute little raccoon found its way into my hand, so we get to have two options for Graveyard Hate if they get rid of our first Keen-Eyed Curator. Okay, they've decided to go with Kiora. The answer is Kiora, which our Burst Lightning lines up pretty dang well against the Kiora. And we can maybe start getting in with our 3/3 creatures soon. They did just put a Bringer into the graveyard, so bad news there. But guess what? Nom 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 nom. Eat to your heart's content, Keen-Eyed Curator. You get yourself a nice full belly there, eating up all these nasty, nasty, scary creatures that the opponent wants to put onto the field. And it's a creature. Okay. So probably it's still Burst Lightning onto the Kiora. Let's just get that off the field. Boom. And I think I kind of just have to hold my 2 mana up. I think I'm allowed to attack in... No, there's no point in attacking in because we just bounce off each other. So because we didn't find our lands, we are in a weird position. What's in our graveyard? I gotta be a little bit careful. Ooh. Awaken the Honored Dead is the answer from the opponent. So let's eat the Kiora. They can also come after my graveyard, so I'm gonna have to start eating stuff from my graveyard as well eventually. Eat the other one. And unfortunately, the first raccoon is gone. Man, this card is... Talk about a good card, right? That's fine. That's good? Do we have... We already have an artifact in the graveyard? Dang. Wow. Our deck does not want to help us out with anything cool. So Fear of Missing Out is probably the play, because the Fear of Missing Out is going to allow us to potentially find a land here. Thank goodness. And from here, I feel like we just... I mean, what choice do I have? It was a mountain. We just attack in. No land. No land. No land. Mill. We did take a... Well, I don't think there was any... I could have put the Keen-Eyed Curator onto the field, I suppose. But it's probably fine. It's a land. So they get the full power Deceit. So they're going to bounce the Fear of Missing Out. Probably. Yep. And then eat one of our Keen-Eyed Curators. So we're going to have a hard time getting around the 5/5 because we don't really have ways of doing that. But if we have practice offense in the future, maybe. Just maybe. Hey there, cutie. I don't think I'm able... So you may discard a card when you do return target creature. Okay, so I don't think I can... They can return the Formidable Speaker to their hand. So... Is it better for me to put the Wildfire Wickerfolk onto the field, or to hold up the Keen-Eyed Curator food situation? It's got to be the food, because they're going to be attacking in with the Overlord of the Baelmerk. So they're going to have lots of ways to put stuff into their graveyard, and I can't let them get like an Arden. That right now I don't think they would do. Ooh. Okay. Well, they have a lot of choices in our graveyard. Nothing in their graveyard, so we're going to go and start eating stuff from our graveyard, which I don't like that. Fear of Missing Out, what do we want to stop them from getting? See, the thing is, we want to have Delirium, but I guess they're just going to eat it, so... either way, we're going to be losing our Delirium because of that. Let's also grab Tursa. Tursa enters discard up 2 cards, and then you may draw 2 cards. We can't allow them to get a Tursa. Tursa just refills them, right? I'm reading Tursa right? Then draw that. Never mind. They would have had to discard some cards. Did I have 2 of those? I had 2 Hardened Academics in the graveyard, so I don't think I was ever in a position where I was going to be able to comfortably get rid of stuff. Wow. This is 16 points of damage coming at me, but I do get to block 2 points of damage. This is 15 points of damage coming in. So we actually have a chance here. Going down to 1. I don't know how much damage this is. So No. Oh, no, I almost messed that up. We needed a land. We needed you to be a land. Okay, so it's still, I'm actually just like a little bit of damage short. No, because this goes up to, no, we have it, right? Because I don't have sorcery in the graveyard. So that'll pump this up by 1. This is going up to a 5. I'm not going to kill myself doing this, right? No. I think we got them. That looks like 14 points of damage to me. Sorcerer Supreme sitting there with an Arden in hand. They attacked all out on the last turn, and we take down the Kavaero list in one of the best Kavaero games that I think I've ever played out. Isn't it so much more fun when you don't just have the auto win card? Why is this still around? I don't know. Okay, we got 2 more games. We got 16. It just ticked down to 16. 16% battery remaining. We get to go first. We only have a 1 land hand. It's a pretty good 1 land hand though. Oh, it's too risky. Okay, sure. The Tursa is probably good enough. So we're gonna go turn 1, rapid rescue. Hope it finds us what we need, and then at the very least we get to put the Keen-Eyed Curator onto the field. With some hope we get Tursa and then practiced offense, and maybe we can run over the opponent, although they are apparently on elves, so we might not have a chance. No land, we just find a second Tursa. I should have left it in the graveyard. Should have left it in the graveyard. Dumb. It's okay. We did find our starting town, which is good. Do I care about saving a little bit of life? No. I think it's fine to take 1 point of damage just to get the Keen-Eyed Curator on the field. So the plan is simple. Next turn, Forest, Tursa, swing in, pitch the Tursa, which, okay, I'm kind of glad that I brought the Tursa back with the Rapid Rescue because now I have more food for one of the Tursas. The opponent... Okay. Oh, I'm glad I put out the starting town, too. So, Torpor Orb. Torpor Orb means our Tursa is not doing what we want it to do. However, we are probably going to get to do practiced offense on the next turn. They could potentially have a 5 CMC card here. Wow, this... Ooh, Orboride. Hey, now. Don't do that. Don't you do that. All right. Let's have at the double strike. Force the issue, I suppose. They're not going to be able to kill me on the next turn, especially now that they've given me one of these Land of War Elves. And we might put them in kind of a weird spot where they have to block with the Ouroboride, but you hate to see an Ouroboride land when your Enter the Battlefield stuff is being turned off. Although we don't have a ton of Enter the Battlefield things to take advantage of. Some, but not a ton. I don't think we're getting out of this one. Though these are just these cards are a little bit too good, and they don't attack in. I hate these cards. I hate them because I don't pay close enough attention. I'm just like resolve, and then I end up getting wrecked, absolutely wrecked. Okay, we can't attack. We're just. Can I even eat enough cards to give my Keen-Eyed Curator? Yes, I can. I can get my Keen-Eyed Curator up to an 8/8. The thing is, now this is Jennifer Walters coming in for 12 points of damage, and yeah, this is okay. Please swing. Come on. Ah. No. Oh, come on. Ah, opponent, you coward. I needed, oh man. I needed them to swing all out there. And I think that was my only hope, was for the opponent just to go absolutely ham on us. Did I not have, I thought I had enough. Oh, I would have to eat my, oh, okay. It's fine, okay. Draw Wickerfolk. I don't think the Wickerfolk gets me there. because I can, yeah, I can put it out, but the problem is we don't have, we really needed the opponent to swing all out there. So now that the Ouroboride is going to tick up, we can't block everything. It's just 20 damage alone from this. We have to put 2 creatures in front of things. We'll see how they attack, but I don't think there's any hope now. When they click the oh, certainly not now. All right, GG. We're getting wrecked by... Oh, did they pay for the offspring? Well, I think the opponent actually learned something there. Don't offspring your into Torpor Orb. Who hurt this opponent that they're running mainboard Torpor Orb? What happened to you today in your past games, Ted? Ouch. Okay, our 10th and final game. It's got to be. We're at 13%. We'll make it. We're gonna just skid on through at the very end. Opening hand looks like it has some potential. It would be real nice if I can hit something with this Burst Lightning on turn 1, though. You remember when you always saw turn 1 otters? Man, otters just got... I don't even remember the last time I saw... I think I saw an elusive otter once recently. I was playing it against an Azorius. I'm pretty sure it was in a video. I don't remember which video, but because I was editing it. I'm pretty sure that's my memory from that. But ooh, I love it. Opponent maybe playing Wizards. So from here, Breakout or Wickerfolk? I think I like the Breakout. I like the Wickerfolk more. Yeah, I like the Wickerfolk a little bit more. So just get in for a guaranteed 3 points of damage, and then on future turns, maybe what we'll end up doing is trying to blast something with the Burst Lightning and then attacking with another Wickerfolk. Ooh, did they miss their land? They can't put out their Gandalf. That's interesting that these cards... Look at the top 2 cards of your library and exile them face down. It does specifically say face down. That's what I was looking for. Gitu Lava Runner from the opponent. So we need to conserve our life total a little bit. That means we are going to shoot one of the Lava Runners just to put that kind of in the graveyard as a thing. And it looks like the opponent and I are just full on aggroing each other down. Okay. Follow-up is a Slick Shot Show Off, presenting a lot of potential damage, and they take out one of my Wickerfolk, but I think that might be okay. It, you know, it doesn't get old. It doesn't. It really feels fantastic every time you use practiced offense. I love it. It's the greatest card they've printed in years, and I'm unsure if we'll get to a point where people are like, practiced offense was a mistake. Maybe, but I love it. Wrap up. All right, so Naya Delirium looking not so bad in this little set of games. I feel like I say that quite often these days, but I think it's true. Now, Delirium, like I mentioned before in the video, it's a deck that I do play from time to time on my own. I have some fun with it, but it is, in my experience, one of those decks that's like very polarizing. It either has really awesome games or it has really bad games. And I think we kind of saw that in this video where there wasn't a whole lot of back and forth. It was just like I had it and I ran over the opponent, or I didn't have it and the opponent just did their plan and ran over me. And that's the kind of the way it works. Like if you're able to have that good out of the gate early start with a Patchwork Beastie, and then you're able to get your Delirium online by like turn 3 usually, the benefits of, you know, cards like Fear of Missing Out into a practiced offense, getting double strike, double attack on a creature that already has trample, that's awesome. Now, the one card that actually didn't really come out to play very much was the Hardened Academic. Now, the Hardened Academic is certainly a very good card in this deck, and I would never want to take it out. But I just found there were not a lot of situations when the Hardened Academic was actually just like the right choice to hit the field. Maybe I just wasn't valuing it properly enough, or I just didn't draw it at the right times. I'm not really sure, but I feel like the Hardened Academic wasn't really the all-star in this set of games, whereas it was mostly the Wildfire, Wickerfolk, Fear of Missing Out, Practice Offense show, which is all right in my book. You know, those cards are awesome. I think they're really fun. So if you still have this deck, now this is a deck that I think some of you may have crafted once upon a time, because the vast majority of these cards are from older sets. and they are almost all going to be rotating. Like Delirium will not be a thing after February. So I would never even consider crafting this deck after, or even now, right now. Like it's just not worth it. But if you're somebody that crafted this deck a long time ago, here's a friendly little reminder that Delirium still exists and it is still a playable deck. And I think you could dust it off and run it through some rounds on the arena. If you don't have it and you're not going to craft it, because I don't think you should craft it, at least maybe you saw in the gameplay some tips or some tricks that you might want to keep in mind if you do end up running into a turn 1 patchwork beastie. Maybe you'll be a little bit better equipped to know how to deal with this offense from the mostly Gruul / sometimes Naya Delirium deck. Anyways, let me know what you think about this archetype. Is this one of those archetypes that you're going to miss on rotation, or are you glad it's disappearing? And of course, I'd love to hear some wonderful opinions about practiced offense, because I know you all have opinions about this card now. That's it for this one. It's the start of the week. I hope you have a great week. Take care for now. I'll see you in the next video. Sang Ipana, and bye-bye.